doing evaluations for the last 12 years, mostly in Papua New Guinea. And I was really intrigued by the public policy process, how decisions are made, and why some people were left out in those decisions. I wanted to know why. I got into the MME field and I attended a couple of conferences in, I think it was hosted by the Australasian Evaluation Society, and then we managed to set up our own evaluator professional association here. At the time, being a public official, I was standing basically on the sidelines, being told that this would be the program we would carry out, and this would ultimately benefit um, people in Zone A or rural area B or where in a province. And I said, "Oh, hang on, who did this?" And they said, "Oh, experts from around the world, mostly gathered by Australian practitioners." And when I went through the program design as well as the government documents, I realized there was a mismatch in certain areas. The way it was designed, I thought that women, elderly people, children, people with disabilities, even men that were illiterate, were almost missing from the entire design, and that was the group they were targeting. I could only speak for the programs or the sponsors and the donors I've worked with. I could say it changed somewhat, but it's quite a slow change. People are still excluded. I mean, the people that we are attempting to target are excluded in almost every single aspect. Like when I worked with the scholarship program, obviously it would only be the elite of the country that could attain them because they could meet the entry requirements. Every other person who wanted to, do anything would ultimately be told, also, you have to go upgrade credentials. And with that, you can't do that easily because you need access to money, access to schools, which are facilitated through infrastructure, and just compound. So yeah, I'd say small increments of change. We came up with the idea around 2010. Prior to that, we had communities of practice that were sponsored mostly by the Australian aid government. And we decided, oh, look, I think we've got so many stories to tell from our standpoint as so many coordinators, evaluators, practitioners, even experts in the field. And so, with the help of a lot of our mentors, they helped us set up this association in 2010 with governance structures and everything. And we hosted our first conference in 2013. I think there's more emphasis on accountability now and transparency, and that's been brought a lot about by the social media platform. So with internet connectivity almost everywhere in the country, including the most remote areas, um, people have got a platform to communicate with each other. And so we've seen more people, when I say people, I'm talking about citizens here, more people wanting information about, return on investment. Why is the road built in this area and not in that area? So those sorts of questions are now being posed, and that sort of given, I believe, making the evaluation society here or the professionals here more reactive to that. And so you're seeing more evaluation stories, more evaluation reports come out onto onto the website, onto the mainstream. of all the MNE processes in the country that are living in, utility is still one of the biggest issues. So, yeah, the utility is still a bit minimal. With I can see them speeding up a lot of the data, sorry, the analysis and the information up to a higher level. But the issue is those people, those bigger entities or bigger corporations don't know what to do with the data. And absolutely, in fact, a lot of the programs that I'm advising on or giving some support even to an NGO now is to the communication aspects of MNE. So how do you give bite-sized information that's relevant and critical for planning, for budgeting, for policy development, for even decision making at the highest level, like politics, but more so interpreting it correctly. And, recently there were some statistics about 70% of women in Papua New Guinea, under duress, like they've experienced some form of violence. Now, that didn't go well in the public because, it didn't come with any backed up information on what the population size they sampled, where they actually from. A whole lot of things that added to that result. And they put that out in the public domain. When I say they, it was a multinational organization. And the impact of that one statistic was quite alarming. Women, the women that I'm in, the circles that the people that I interact with, almost, always think that one of us has, you know, succumbed to some form of violence. And we've not. We've got, there's a whole lot of, yeah. And so it's about interpreting that information correctly. And so I tried my best every time I'm in a conversation or when I'm presenting to explain how you should package information. If you're using statistics and I know you want to draw out sponsors and funding or inform the public, make sure it's not misleading and things like that. So yeah, I agree. Communication is key and vital part of any evaluation.